All right, so I did something last week that I have been telling people not to do and was told not to do. I was collaging something, put my brush down, and then got completely distracted. So I have a brush here that has collage glue dried right into it. And at this point, you can't do anything. Now, I revived it last week and just wanted to share how you can do it, how you can get your brush back. So this is actually the second time I've done it. So I've got a little cup of water here. There's enough water to go just about to the, I think this is called a ferrule. You want it to go over top of the glue. You want enough to be over top of the glue, but you don't necessarily want to be soaking in here. So I am going to sit my brush in there and I'm going to leave it for about an hour and then I'll be back. So this is going to take some time. So what it's going to do, it's going to soften it, and then I'm going to move it around, and I'll probably stick it in there a few times. I at some point get to the point where there's not a whole lot on the outside, but there is some in the inside, and I'll typically go in a circular motion with some dish soap in my bathroom, but we'll get to that point. So for right now, just put it in the glue, or put it in the cup of water and let it sit. All right, so my brush has been sitting in this water for a couple hours. It's still quite stiff, but you can see that the glue has now turned white, and I can actually grab some of the bigger pieces and peel them off. And I'm peeling them with the, in the direction of the bristles. I'm not trying to ruin my brush. I'm just trying to remove some of the glue bit by bit. So I'm going to take off what I can. And I'm not really forcing it. I'm just, if there's pieces coming up, I'm taking them off. And I'm going to let them sit, the brush sit again for another little while. And I'll be back once it's done that. All right, it's been, I don't want to say probably about 5 hours. Everything is getting even more soft. I can't really take more of the glue off, but I'm going to leave this sitting in here overnight. I mean, there's some bits that will come off. I'm going to leave this sitting here overnight to keep softening. And I'll show you in the morning what it looks like. All right, that last segment was filmed like about 5 minutes ago. So I just went to my bathroom and just ran it under some warm water and added a little bit of soap and just did kind of this motion here and removed a bunch of the really big clumps. And already it looks 100% better than it was looking. There's still a couple clumps in there. So like I said before, I am going to let it sit some more and pull some more of this out. But if you just open up some of the bristles and just kind of pull some of that glue out, it starts to slide right down the bristles. Now this is done with, or this is with Distress Collage Medium. This might not work with every single type of glue, but when you have brushes that you've spent a little bit of money on, it's definitely worth trying to revive them after you've made a little mistake. There's, other than some time, you've got absolutely nothing to lose. So I'm going to let this sit a little bit longer, and I'll probably go back under the tap again with some soap and water, and like I said, put some soap on my hand, and I kind of just get that soap right in there just to really try to get some of that out. But even some of it, as I'm doing this, you can see it start to come out. So we'll see you in a bit. All right, so last night just before bed, I used a fine tooth comb to get any remaining bits of glue out of the brush and then let it dry overnight. And here we go. The brush is as good as new, pretty much. So if you happen to forget your brush and you have glue drying on it, try it. You've got nothing to lose. Might as well try to get that brush back.